Hey, it's me, Steve. It is June 2nd, 2017. Time is 13:05. It's 82 degrees Fahrenheit out. Sunny, just like yesterday. Not a cloud in the sky, but that's going to change tomorrow. This is Geo-Rant number 42, because 42 is the answer to the question, which nobody knows. But anyway, this is going to be a long one because I want to talk about something before I get into the Geo-Rant. I have decided that my pseudoscience subdivision of this channel, I'm gonna post one more video. That one I said I was gonna post like 2 weeks ago, it never did, and then I'm gonna stop it for a while because I get another idea of something else I want to do. And plus, anyway, geology is like my thing. It's my passion. I also really like to show you guys how-to videos and cool things in the UP and Ontario. So I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm going to stick mostly with like the Geo-Rants and stuff like that. And I think this new idea I have, I think it's pretty good. I do, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. It's going to be science geology related, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, so I just dropped off Lilith from the vet. She got her stitches removed from when she had her eye removed. She's doing good. But anyway, today's Geo-Rant is going to be about theories in geology that have fallen by the wayside. Now, when science was getting going and geology got started pretty late compared to other ones, there were lots of wacky ideas and theories. Well, they seem wacky now, but at the time they were viable theories. And one of my favorite is the one, and I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but it's the one where the origin of rocks. Okay, we're talking about how rocks form. One idea was that all rocks precipitated from seawater. That includes granites, okay? This idea seems stupid now, but at the time, it was kind of like a viable theory, although we knew from, lava and volcanoes exploding that not all rocks are created that way. So it was a little bit of a theory that was already on the tinkering of falling apart when it was getting started. But the origin of granites was always a huge problem. Now it's not. I mean, we know they're igneous plutonic rocks. They form deep underground. We have melted rocks to see what happens in the lab and see how we form crystals and how long they take. So it's not a mystery anymore, but in the 18th and 19th century it was. And this idea seemed to hold merit because people would see sediments enter the ocean. But that doesn't mean that those sediments were precipitated from seawater. See, because they were still working off the idea of a global flood, that water had in it all these minerals and salts, and they would just form and crystallize and form the bottom. Well, we know from running experiments that doesn't happen. You cannot get a granite from cold seawater. It doesn't happen. But there are rocks that do chemically precipitate out of seawater. Carbonates are an example of those. Not all carbonates do, but some carbonates to a degree will precipitate from seawater. Another one are the evaporites, gypsum and hydrite, those types of things. But the most do not. And it was just one of those. It just goes to show you that not all that that science does change to fit the evidence. It doesn't fit the evidence into its idea, and there have been a lot of theories in geology that have been that way, especially since it got started kind of late in the game, and the technology to do things like radiometric dating and stuff like that was not available in the 19th century. So we also didn't have sonar and all those other things. So, it just kind of had to wait. Things had to wait till the 20th century until we really started figuring things out. But I just want to talk real quick. This one is as long as I thought it was going to be. I love it when people leave rocks in my Jeep. Usually we go to the UP in Canada, people pick up rocks and leave them. This one is obviously from a pebble along Lake Superior. It's polished enough where I can't readily tell what it is. My guess is the white is plagioclase. So you can kind of see and the red might be some sort of alkali feldspar, probably weathered from a pegmatitic granite or something like that. or tonalite. And this one's just really cool. I gotta figure out whose this one is, who this belongs to. The white on this is definitely unquestionably quartz. So I can't tell what the gray host rock is. I don't even know where it was picked up from. But I had to look at it in detail under a hand lens to actually identify it. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have my hand lens. But anyway, that's my rant for today, and I hope you learned something.